What's up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome back for another Marvel trailer reaction. This time we're reacting to She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, the new Disney Plus show starring Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters, cousin, at least in the comics, of Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo. He will also be in the series. Not sure how that's going to work, but we're going to find out. We had a little teaser before that didn't really give a good look at her as She-Hulk. It showed her plenty as Jennifer, but her Hulk form only got like a quick little tease where we saw like her legs or something. So I'm excited to see if we get a full view of her this time. Hopefully. Well, without further ado, I guess we're just going to have to get on into it.
Being a superhero is a trial by fire.
Mark Ruffalo.
Who's gonna protect the world if not people like you?
Yeah, Jennifer. All right. A little bit more that time.
I'm Jennifer Walters. I'm a lawyer. I have great friends.
Can we get some shots, please? It's an emergency.
Of course, shots are always an
job.
emergency.
We just started a superhuman law division, and I want you to be the face of it.
Okay. Superhuman
And a
law,
frustrating family.
which is what she does in the comics.
You didn't ask for this, but you still gotta deal with it. Your transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing. Oh.
So,
It feels like if I don't transform, I'm gonna die.
well, yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yes, yes, yes. No, no.
Oh.
I just want to be a normal, anonymous lawyer.
Can you tell us where She-Hulk is?
Yeah,
Jen,
I don't think that's
you're
gonna
a
happen.
story now.
Girl, your ass looks crazy right now.
You could be an Avenger.
Oh, I'm not a
Yeah.
superhero. That is for billionaires and narcissists and adult orphans for some reason.
Okay. So we get Blonsky back.
Is there anything more depressing than dating in your 30s?
This is the best date I've had in a while.
Oh,
Should we split some fries?
let's get those to go.
Okay. Let's talk about that. All right. Great. Loved the look of She-Hulk. They're definitely going... Because She-Hulk, contrary to regular Hulk, always looked more on the human side. Hulk, while human-shaped and everything, was always still almost ogre-esque. Because he's so proportionally different. She-Hulk is at least proportionally the same as a human, just bigger. Hulk always had like huge arms and chest comparatively. Looked more like almost... They even, when they cast Mark Ruffalo in Avengers and they changed what Hulk looked like, he was almost more gorilla-esque in the first Avengers movie, it seemed. At least that's what the sense I got from their inspiration. Maybe. But, no, the She-Hulk in this looks pretty dope. I'm excited. I don't know Tatiana from much. I know she was in Orphan Black, which I have not seen. I have heard it is very good and that she is amazing in it, considering she plays like a bazillion characters. I have seen her in the few episodes of Parks and Rec where she's just kind of a woman at the hospital that Tom is interested in and goes on like 2 dates with, and then she kind of just disappears. But I didn't really give much of a idea of her acting ability. But this looks great. It looks like it definitely has... She-Hulk always had a comedic edge to it in the comics. Her books. The character itself, not necessarily when she appeared in other books with other heroes, but her book was always more on the comedic side. She actually broke the fourth wall before Deadpool was a thing. That was her thing first. Where she would talk to the audience and like jump to different panels and stuff like that. It was a great time. But I'm interested to see this special superhuman division for lawyers, which is what she does in the comics. She defends superpowered people. A lot of the time she's defending supervillains who are not getting a fair shake. No examples come to mind at the moment. I'm sure they will after I'm done recording, and I'll be like, dummy. But that's what she does in the comics, and it's always been very interesting. She has come into conflict with Daredevil on multiple occasions, Matt Murdock. They've worked together and worked against each other on several occasions. But let's see if we go back what we can spot going through slowly. View of the city, some kind of club, bad guys, I'm assuming, based on their general... Ooh! Oh! Is that the Wrecking Crew? This might be the Wrecking Crew. The Wrecking Crew are a Hulk bad guy. Or Thor bad guy. I'm not entirely sure. They're kind of just thugs that get magic powers because of construction equipment that they get. Like their leader gets a magic crowbar that makes him super strong and durable. I think like Loki gave the stuff to him or something. But they're fun. They're not interesting on their own, but they're fun as a obstacle. They're never the guys in charge. They're always the guys being used as henchmen by other more impressive bad guys. But this looks like it could be them, because this guy looks like he has a crowbar in the back here, and he's holding something. And I'm pretty sure there are 5 of them. Yeah. Car rolling. Oh, okay, so Jennifer gets her Hulkness because, depending on the continuity, something happens that she needs a blood transfusion, whether it be an accident or she gets caught in the crossfire of some superhero battle or what have you. But Jennifer needs a blood transfusion, and the only one who's able to give it to her is her cousin Bruce. And the Hulk blood turns her into a Hulk. Which, that car accident is probably how they're gonna go about it this time. Let me get this. Gratuitous ass shot. Nice little green transition for the Marvel logo. That guy looks familiar. Pretty sure I know that actor from somewhere. No idea where though. I don't know if he shows up again. Let's see if he shows up again. We need shots, obviously. Shots, 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 shots. Now, what the hell is this place? This may be... Let's see, the next shot, what I think it is. Okay, so this is probably one of the supervillain prisons. There are several throughout the Marvel universe. We saw one in Captain America Civil War, the Raft, which is out in the middle of the ocean, and that's how they keep everyone contained, because there's no way out except through the ocean. There are a couple others. There is the Big House, which is actually a prison created by Hank Pym that is shrunk down. So even if they get out, they're tiny. So whatever. Everyone inside is shrunk down to be in this little prison. I'm trying to remember what the other ones are. This might be the Gamma one. I'm trying to remember. There's one prison that's specifically for Gamma related superpowered people. But I don't remember what it's called. Considering we see Blonsky later, though, that might be what this one is. The Raft, the Big House. Crap, I'm gonna have to look that up later. Let's do it now. Okay. The Vault. That, I think, is what it's called. Okay, yeah. So that's probably the Vault. 42's in another dimension. I don't know much about Crossmore. Ravencroft is just like an insane asylum. It's kind of like Arkham. And Rikers is literally Rikers Island from the real world in New York. In Seagate, same. Okay, so this is probably the Vault, where they keep gamma-irradiated super individuals contained. She appears to be coming in to become a new lawyer for superpowered people, and her first client is Emil Blonsky, played by... crap. Roth? No. Mr. Orange from Reservoir Dogs. You know who it is. I'm having a brain fart. It's early. This is like the first thing I'm doing today. I woke up and decided to do this. The trailer dropped last night and I was so tired. I didn't get a chance to get around to it. But, so it's good. I heard he was coming back. It'll be interesting to see how big a part he plays. We saw Abomination, Emil Blonsky, in Shang-Chi with Wong and him fixing fights. So I'm curious if that will play into this. Wong seemed to return him, now that I'm thinking about it, to this cell. It looked like this cell that he was getting returned to when they were done with their fight. And Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme now. So, does he have like a deal with the Vault? Is he trying to rehabilitate Abomination? Or are they just doing that to make some quick money for both of them? Who knows? This is where Hulk is chilling. Bruce. Okay. So, upon my earlier explanation of how Jennifer usually gets her powers, the blood transfusion, normally Bruce is in human form when she gets the blood transfusion. Bruce is in Hulk form, we think. In Endgame, he was permanently in Hulk form. He was smart and coherent. He was Bruce, but Bruce in the Hulk's body. That appears to be what he's doing now as well. So we will see how long that lasts, because in Shang-Chi, he's back in Bruce's body. So this may take place before Shang-Chi. And it looks like he has both of his arms. So this might take place during the blip, the 5 years between Infinity War and Endgame. Or at least part of this might take place during the blip. Because he still has his arm. And then he used the gauntlet, and his arm got messed up. We saw at the end of Endgame he was in a sling still when they were at Tony's funeral. And then in Shang-Chi, he's in Bruce's body, still in a sling. So he's not in a sling here. See? Both arms, fine. Doesn't even look like the one arm is damaged. So this is probably during the blip that she becomes She-Hulk. And he's like training her and all that stuff to control her Hulkness, like he is now. That's actually, he's in a much better place to teach her how to control the Hulk right now than he ever is in the comics. She kind of just gets it better than he does in the comics. So this is during the blip. Blonsky is in prison, so maybe we'll get to see that deal or whatever they come up with Wong in this series with Blonsky. That'll be interesting. Nice little shot of the transformation beginnings. saw death blades. And yeah, we gotta trigger the transformation so you know how to trigger it yourself. And then you look awesome and rip the door off. August 17th. That's not that far away. Okay. I think we get Miss Marvel first. Now, this is the first good shot of her. Now, it looks really good. The face is a little iffy, but not terrible. But then it's a little iffy with Bruce too, so that's not unexpected. Faces are always hard. Just because you never really realize how much articulation is in your face until you're trying to animate it. And apparently the world does not know that she is She-Hulk, at least at some point. You'll like her. I'm sure we will, Marvel. That's another thing. Unlike Bruce, who is always kind of like, oh, the Hulk is a bad thing. I have to deal with the Hulk. I don't want to be the Hulk all the time, though that seems to not necessarily be the case in the MCU at the moment. But in the comics, that's how Bruce usually is. He doesn't like the Hulk. He and the Hulk don't get along. He does whatever he can to not let the Hulk out, unless absolutely necessary. Hulk doesn't like that. Hulk likes to stretch his legs. Jennifer, on the other hand, completely fine just being the Hulk. She actually, whether or not they go into it in the series or not, or maybe somewhere down the line, she gets sort of a mental thing where she doesn't like to not be She-Hulk. She feels completely secure and confident and badass in her She-Hulk form, so much that she hates turning back into just normal Jennifer. And it's sort of like she really will only do it unless absolutely necessary. When she's angry. You'll like her when she's angry. I missed that when we were watching it. That's funny. Watch her Hulk out of her shoes. Another construction guy, whether or not he was in there earlier, I don't know, but leads more credence to my idea that the Wrecking Crew are in here. Learning how to control your Hulk powers, like super jumps and whatnot. Oh, this is probably... Okay. So she probably hulked out in the middle of this. It looks like they were in the middle of a court case and this battle started with all the paintings askew, and it looks kind of like there's rubble all over the ground. And someone is standing here that is probably... I think her name's Titania? She's a super-powered individual that is often an enemy of She-Hulk. She's pretty much kind of the same. She's big and super strong and durable and whatnot, and has a grudge with She-Hulk. They're always trying to... She always wants to show that she's stronger than She-Hulk. Spoiler alert, she usually isn't. So we'll see how that turns out this time. If that's Titania. Titania normally has red hair, and it looks like this person has red hair. And then there's this guy. Which... What the hell is that costume? Waking her up in the Hulk form. Yup. Oh yeah, that's almost definitely Titania. Titania? Titania? I don't know how it's pronounced. It's a word in a comic book. Titania is usually how you pronounce the character from Shakespeare, but she is not her, so maybe they pronounce it Titania. having some drinks on the beach as Hulks. Nice. Can they even get drunk as Hulks? That'll be interesting. A drunk Hulk. I kind of want to see that. I never thought I did, but now I do. There we go. Blonsky. Another money shot. Tarantino. Would love that shot. She-Hulk, attorney at law. And then she's on Matcher. Can't use Tinder because they're probably going to trash it. Going on all these dates as She-Hulk. That's another thing. She loves being She-Hulk because it gives her all that confidence. But being She-Hulk is not exactly conducive to a dating life because most guys have frail egos and are put off by a giant woman. Like that guy probably is. He doesn't want... I don't know. I'm making assumptions. But then we get this guy who seems totally into it, which is great. Carrying him to bed like that. Alright, so I'm excited for this. I hope all of you are. In the comics, She-Hulk does have a few notable booty calls. The Juggernaut at one point, though she denies that, though there's definitely a panel of them waking up in bed together that you can look up on the internet. There's that. It's a whole thing. She dates Thor at one point, which is funny because Thor. It's at a point in her life where her Hulk side is becoming more Hulkish, I guess, is the best term, where more in line with how classic Savage Hulk is, where less intelligent, more violent, like more caveman-y, I guess, for lack of a better term. But she's also stronger because of it. But that forces her to have to like actually transform back into Jennifer a lot, which she doesn't like. But while that is going on, she starts dating Thor, and Thor likes both She-Hulk and Jennifer, and hooks up with both of them because he's a great guy like that. He doesn't differentiate. They're both part of the same woman to him. It's just funny watching him make out with the Hulk. I don't think they're going to do that in this, but we'll see. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not Marvel. I'm not Kevin Feige. Maybe Kevin Feige has a bigger brain than I do, but we'll see. So thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for watching me go on an inane rambling about a character I know a bit about, but not nearly as much as other people probably do. I'm not a huge She-Hulk fan. I only read her really when she is involved in bigger storylines. I have not read her own solo books. I just know about them through proxy, I guess. But I am excited for this movie. I do like the character. There's just so many books and so little time to read them all. They have to pick and choose which ones you go to, and I kind of tend towards the ones that involve more people so I can see what's going on with more heroes. I don't read a lot of solo books. But I'm excited for this. I hope you all are too. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed my ramblings. If I got anything wrong, and I'm often wrong, let me know in the comments below. And I will do my best to, if it's an argument, counter-argue. If it's just something I'm straight wrong about, I will offer an apology for being wrong. We'll see. No one's commented yet. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll catch you on the next trailer, I guess, since that seems to be what I'm doing. We'll see if I do anything else. Bye-bye. Dippity